Good morning, or afternoon, or evening when you get this. I hope you all are doing well, considering the Paul Craig Roberts' nervous laugh. Even though he's cringing inside, you know. Lots of things I'd love to share with you today, but today I got a little bit of a community service that I wish to do out of my heart, because I have so many wonderful subscribers and community out there that are always trying to, improve things themselves. Today, I hopefully have just a short little touch and base with you guys to introduce you to some of you may know these folks via the comment section in my videos. They are some of your community that haven't been out there, and I try and do this to give everybody at least a introduction when they first start out, because it is extraordinarily hard to get going on YouTube these days. And unless you have a foundation to start with on your own, that is above and beyond, or you know something about clicks, or understand how the algos work, unless you have some kind of advantage, it's extraordinarily difficult to get going. So, as I have done before, I want to introduce a few of new YouTube creators that are in our community. We've seen a lot of them that we've cross-connected with, and many times, and when I was doing collaboration interviews and stuff like that, we got to stretch out and really meet people in a lot of different places. So we want to do that again today because, well, I love you guys, and I want to see you all succeed at what you were doing. So there are a couple of new YouTubers I want to introduce to you. The first one is a couple girls that have been subscribers to my channel. They unfortunately live in the California regions of this world, and they did what we did. I guess I was a good bit of inspiration for them to do it, but they're doing it headlong and hard at it. And I've watched their videos here for a few weeks, and they're getting the knack of putting together some stuff to show you their journey, and it's similar to all of our journeys. And I would love it if you would go over, check them out, and support them. Lynette and Rainey have put up a channel called Foothill Life. They came out of the Bay. Well, I'll let them tell you their story in their introduction video, and what they're doing, and the things that they're building on their homestead. They've got a lot of projects they've been working on, and it also helps with ideas and stuff like that for us to share our comments or suggestions. We can draw on each other that way. And yeah, I've had some good help from you folks, so I'm hoping that you can go help them as they at least at a minimum with support. So I'm going to leave a link for Foothill Life in the description, and check them out, because they're doing some pretty cool stuff just like I am, and most of you are. So the next fellow I want to share with you, his name is Paul, and he's created, his channel now is Mobile Bay Prepper. And Paul and I go way back. Paul and I have become friends through the YouTube way back when I was a little bitty channel. I was just getting going. I actually had, I don't think it was many. Paul, maybe you can comment on this. Maybe 200, 300 video of subscribers. Not a whole lot. I had put out some nice how-to videos that had gotten caught up in the algorithms, and I got some good views on some how-to videos. But as far as actually connecting with people and building a community like so many of us have on our channel, I hadn't quite done it that way yet. So, but I'd gotten around, and I'd managed to. T and I had gone up with some other folks we know up to Seattle, Washington, and met Chris Dwayne and David Morgan and a handful of other names that I could mention. And we went to this event that they put on called what was it? The checkerboard game, wasn't it? Checkerboard game. And we did this thing, and then came back. I later, when I met Chris, I did an interview with him, which was pretty significant in the beginning of my channel, way back. And I think that was in 2015 or 16. I can't remember exactly when that took place. Anyway, well, because I interviewed Chris Dwayne, and that was a big enough name to catch some searches from people who were interested in it, or got into the suggestions and the algos from YouTube before the absolute censorship started. Well, he saw that video. Paul saw that video, and he figured out pretty quickly by some of the background in my video. Some of my videos. He saw the background and realized that he wasn't that far from us. Well, T and I happened to be out at lunch one day, and I'm gonna tell you this is we're all human, whether. Some of us want to put others on pedestals, and many of you will have heard me say, please don't put me on a pedestal, because I am a human and I will make mistakes. Don't make me feel like I'm being thought of in a perfect way. I'm not perfect, but that's what happens when we get into this. Everybody becomes a star. You know what I'm saying? So this is what happens, and it's the nature of humanity and the way we've been programmed by the power elite to worship the movie stars and the music stars. Anyway, we do that. It's just in our nature, I think, also. So I'm out at lunch, or it's T and I are out at dinner, and we're out at a local brewery. There's a bunch of nice ones in the Bitterroot Valley, some really good ones. And we were at a local brewery. T and I finish up our dinner. The breweries will have a kitchen as well, and they several of them have different niches of food. That there was one that's a pizza place too, and they did salads and soups, salads, pizzas, really fast stuff, but they did a high quality. And then this other one that I think the one we were at did more traditional burgers and stuff. Well, we're done. We're coming out, and never had it happen to me like this before, and I've had it happen a bunch of times since, and it's kind of weird the first time it happens. But we walk out into the parking lot, and we're headed to our truck, and a voice screams out across the parking lot, "Hey, you're Erin.scott!" And my first response is, "Who are you and what do you want?" I'm like, we weren't so sure about it. But Paul says, "I know you. I saw your video and stuff, and it was pretty cool." So it's an interesting experience when you get out there and people get to know you, but you don't know them, and they come out of the word work because they appreciate what you've created and said and done. And so it was my first little fan experience, and it was interesting, and we became friends, and we still talk. We talk on a regular basis. And so Paul has decided to put up his channel, and it's Mobile Bay Prepper. I'm going to leave a link. The top two links in the video description below will be for these channels, and maybe you guys connect, maybe you guys can offer support, maybe we continue to network our community. Both of these channels are putting up information of how to navigate it, similar to what I've done, and they're doing it in their own way, and they've got some neat ways of doing things. Right now, Lynette and Rady are doing build projects, a lot of build projects, and those girls got a really bad addiction, I want to say. They got its new drug is called Ryobi. You'll see in the videos. They're highly addicted to this thing. But it's and I want to say shout out to Darren. I see he had, you know, I let you guys know about him sometime back, a year and a half, 2 years ago. He came out and visited us and all, and we got to meet each other, and he wanted to start up his channel, and then he I guess didn't get into it, but here lately he has actually started putting some videos in. He's you know, trying to polish off the rough spots and start to put out some content for you, or over at Hacks at the Home Store. If I can find that link, I'll put his link back in there as well. But for all of us, even though yesterday in my video I mentioned that I would not be commenting on certain things for a while, that is an effort to kind of fly under the cover of the algos for a while, because there are only certain channels that are left up that are in the alternative line of thinking. And I still summarize in my own mind that the reason certain channels are still up is because they believe in a paradigm that is similar to what the powers that be want, and that's it. Because anyone that steps out of that narrative quickly gets taken down. So we got to be careful. We got to stand next to each other the best we can. For those of us that are supporting each other through these social media platforms, so give these folks a look. Give them a sub. Check out some of their videos, and maybe you guys connect, and we can expand the network of community and stay together on things. It's hard to do in this day and time on all the different platforms, since everything got spread to different platforms. A lot of the like-mindedness, as I was talking with Paul earlier, a lot of that like-mindedness has actually gotten dispersed onto other platforms and pulled off of the YouTube platform. But you know, YouTube's still a big platform, and some of us, you know, have stuck to it because that change we just didn't make. So anyway, links are in the description. Give them all a check out. You know, your voice should be heard. We can only be free if we can be heard. If we can't be heard, we're not free. So, love you guys. Take care. Be blessed. And I'm off to maybe start doing some stuff here in this icky weather. Take care. Bye-bye.